5, 6, 7, 8.
Hi April, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So the first thing I have to ask is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited or nervous or confident are you about the election?
I think excitement is at 10 and nervousness is about at a 6.
Yeah. Do you have a
Yeah.
reason?
Well, I feel like every candidate has their own strong suits, and I feel like everyone's different in a really good way. So kind of makes me nervous, but I'm excited for whatever happens.
All right. Well, can I ask why specifically you chose to run for Miss Freshman?
So I chose to run for Miss Freshmen because typically that role is used to what I'm doing when it comes to being a leader in a part of different organizations. I know at my previous school I was the president of the BSU, and the main thing I did was I was the one that when people wanted to know what was going on and what we did, I spoke to them. I went out and made appearances, and then in high school I was an academy ambassador, so I gave tours of my school and I represented my school to the staff and students, the district, and to the community as well. And then one of my biggest roles I've done, one of my proudest accomplishments, is I was in an organization called Job Stars International. And for the state of Wisconsin, I've served as the first and the only so far African American young woman to hold my position as a state leader. So I feel like Miss Freshman is just where my qualifications are at right now.
Well, congratulations. Were there any defining qualities that you know of that might better you for this position?
I know that I am very great at public speaking, which is something I've had to do a lot. I'm good at communicating and just being a friendly face and reaching out to people when need be and trying to encourage everyone to try different things.
So, I know you said you've done leadership positions before. Have you ever done anything that you could say equates to being Miss Freshman?
I would definitely say that my role as Grand Beth Honor Queen when I was a state leader of Wisconsin was for that. For that I did a little bit more. I ran meetings for the state, but for the most part, I was just that representative to other organizations and to different states and even different countries as well. So, because it's an international order, so I've gotten to reach out with people from Australia, Brazil, the Philippines, Canada. So it's definitely, I feel like that's what made me qualified for this role.
So should you be elected, how do you imagine this year to go to continue as with you?
I imagine it would be a lot. They did mention that we would represent the freshman class while also working closely with the rest of the Royal Court and just anything that they also need help with. So I guess assisting them around campus and being a public figure, helping everyone get settled onto campus and just giving it that real feeling of home away from home.
How do you plan to work with other student organizations?
Well, hopefully, as I've had my eyes on a few organizations I plan on joining, just making sure that everyone's on the same page, that maybe we can collaborate on a lot of different ideas and different things happening on campus.
Do you plan on hosting any class events?
I would like to. I feel like, as a lot of people have said, mental health is the biggest concern is where it's at, especially with being a student. I know it often takes a toll and it's hard to reach out for help even when you really need it. And I want to do some study sessions and just bonding activities to make sure that throughout the year no one feels left out or they feel like they don't have any friends. I really want us to be connected as a class.
Besides yourself, of course, who else would you vote for Miss Freshman?
Now that is a really hard question because I feel like I said before, each candidate has their own strong suits, so I feel like it'd be difficult to pick right now. I just I wouldn't know who to pick.
Is there a certain quality you want your Miss Freshman to have?
I definitely want them to, like, it all comes down to leadership, and I'd say all allow themselves to be led as well. You can't be a leader without also taking advice, taking criticism, because I feel like what it means to me to be a leader is like any leader can tell you like go do that, but a real leader will go and do it with you. So I feel like also just upholding those values of, you know, we're all in this together, we're all going through the same things, we're all students here, so just working directly with others and not just holding that title like, oh, like I can tell you what to do now, instead of I can tell you what I'm going to do with you.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
5, 6, 7, 8. Dance with me in my bright